A list of different types of lizards with facts and pictures. There are more than 5,600 species of lizards found on Earth. Each of them has unique characteristics with regards to their food, habitat, and self-defense. Lizards have become popular pets in the Western world, with species like geckos, green iguanas, and anoles being the famous ones. It is very important to research well and learn about the species before you decide to keep it as a pet. Lizards are one of biggest, most diverse and widespread group of reptiles found on Earth. They are found on all continents except Antarctica. Their color, size and diet varies according to different geographical terrains. Lizards have been in existence before the Jurassic era 208-144 million years ago. A little after the Carboniferous period, they have been evolving ever since, adapting to their environment and habitat. The early signs of lizard. The earliest known fossil remains of a lizard is of an iguana species in India. The fossil is estimated to be around 220 million years old. In order to understand and learn about different species and families of lizards, it is important to know the classification. The suborder is further divided into families. Each of these families contains different types of lizards of various genus, and these genus contain different species of lizards. Types of lizards. Ugmas. Interesting fact: males in some species of ugmids develop dramatically colorful markings on the body during breeding season. This color change plays a part in communication and reproductive behavior. Ugmidae family description. Ugmids, commonly known as dragons or dragon lizards, are one of the most widely spread lizards in the world. They can be found in many sizes, 5 in to 1 ft in length, and wide variety of colors. Geographical range: Africa, Asia, Australia, Southern Europe. Habitat: warm environment. Diet: insects, grass, berries, seeds and eggs of smaller lizards. No. Of species: 300 plus. Most popular species: rainbow ugma and frill-necked lizard. American legless lizards. Interesting fact: because of their appearance, legless lizards are often mistaken to be snakes. If observed closely, they have eyelids, which distinguishes them from snakes, which don't have eyelids. Annelidae family description. The family Annelidae contains only 2 species in a single genus, Annella. These lizards are small, slender, with no legs, have a shovel-shaped snout, smooth, shiny scales, and a blunt tail. Geographical range: North America, mainly California. Habitat: moist soil, sand dunes along the coast. Diet: larval insects, beetles, termites, and spiders. No. Of species: to most popular species: California legless lizard and black legless lizard anoles. Interesting fact: some species of anoles are very territorial. Some have even been witnessed showing aggressive behavior to their reflections in mirrors. Anoles are also used as native pest control, as they eat spiders, cockroaches, and other bugs. Polycrotidae family description. Anoles are small lizards commonly found near houses and parks in southeastern parts of US, Cuba, and Jamaica. Most species in the family sport green color, however few of them are brown. Anoles changes its color based on its mood and surroundings. Geographical range: North America. Habitat: arboreal. Diet: grubs, crickets, cockroaches, spiders, and moths. No. Of species: 400 most popular species: green anoles and Carolina anoles. Blind lizards. Interesting fact: many people confuse blind lizards to worms. The slender and small body of blind lizards and the fact that they live underground most of the time contributes to this confusion. The Bamidae family description. Blind lizards have no external ears. The eyes are greatly reduced and covered by a scale. Females are entirely limbless. The males retain small, flap-like hind limbs used for mating Geographical range Mexico, SE Asia, Indonesia, the Philippine Islands, and Western New Guinea. Habitat burrowing in the soil or under rocks of dense forest. Diet small insects. No. Of species 22 most popular species Alfred's Bly cascade lizards. Interesting fact, the basilisk lizard, also known as Jesus Christ lizard, has large hind feet with flaps of skin between each toe. This allows them to run fast on the surface of water. Corytofinidae family description. These lizards get their name from their typical head crests in the shape of a case. This is present only in males. It is mainly used in defensive display. Their laterally compressed body is perfect for climbing, and their tails help maintain balance. Geographical range from Mexico to Central America and Ecuador. Habitat arboreal. Diet insects, flowers, and small vertebrates, snakes, birds, eggs, and fish. No. Of species 9 most popular species common basilisk and brown basilisk. Chameleons. Interesting fact, chameleons are uniquely adapted for climbing and visual hunting. They have the most distinctive eyes of any reptile. They can focus separately to observe two different objects simultaneously. The spiral tail helps in balancing and grasping branches. Chameleonidae family description. Chameleons are one of the most recognized lizard species in the world. They are known for the ability to change their body color to blend in with the environment. The slow movements and the accurate aim of the long tongue makes them successful hunters. Geographical range Africa, Madagascar, Spain, Portugal, South Asia have also been introduced to Hawaii, California, and Florida. Habitat warm habitat varies from rainforests to deserts. Diet insects. Larger species of chameleons might eat smaller lizards and young birds. No. Of species 160 most popular species West Usambra to horned chameleon. Common collared lizard. Interesting fact, collared lizards get their name due to the distinctive black band on their neck and shoulder, which looks like a collar. It is the state reptile of the state of Oklahoma in the United States. Crotaphytidae family description. The species in this family are fast-moving lizards with long limbs and tails. Some of the species are well known for sprinting fast on their hind legs, looking like small dinosaurs. They are mostly found in deserts. Geographical range southwestern United States and northern Mexico. Habitat arid and semi-arid plains. Diet insects, small mammals, and other lizards. No. Of species 12 species most popular species common collared lizard and eastern collared lizard. Earless monitor lizards. Interesting fact, despite the name, this rare lizard is capable of hearing although it lacks visible signs of ears. Lanthanotidae family description. Not a lot is known about this species of lizard as it is very rare. Around 20 cm in length. The lizard is semi-aquatic and has reduced ears and limbs. Their body has rough brown scales. Geographical range northern Borneo. Habitat burrowing and nocturnal. Diet earthworms. No. Of species 1 earless, spiny, side-blotched and horned lizards. Horned lizards. Interesting fact, when threatened, the desert horned lizard squirts blood from its eye as far as 5 feet. Phrynosematidae family description. The family is diverse and has around 136 species. Most lizards in this family have adapted to desert and rocky conditions. Most species have spikes on the body for defense against predators. These lizards use camouflage and ambush style of hunting. Geographical range Panama to South Canada. Habitat hot, sandy deserts, rocky deserts in some cases. Diet ants, crickets, grasshoppers, beetles, worms, flies, and some plant material. No. Of species 136 species. Most popular species: desert horned lizard and Texas horned lizard. Geckos. Interesting fact: the most well-known species of gecko is the leopard gecko. It is commonly kept as a pet. Leopard geckos always appear to be smiling. This is not because they are always happy, but because the way their head and mouth is shaped. Geckonidae family description: geckos are small, colorful lizards that are experts in climbing all surfaces. They are distinguished with their unique chirping sounds which they use to communicate. They cannot blink. They have a transparent membrane instead of eyelids. They use their long tongue to clean their eyes and keep it dust-free. Geographical range: across the globe. Habitat: warm climates. Diet: insects and other invertebrates. No. Of species: 1500. Most popular species: gold dust day gecko and leopard gecko. Gila monsters and beaded lizards. Interesting fact: Gila monsters don't need to eat very often. They can store fat in their large tails. They are able to go months and even a year between meals. Halodermatidae family. Description: the family consists of venomous lizards. However, the venom is only used in defense and not for subduing prey. The two species in this family are large, stocky, and slow-moving. Both species are dark in color with yellowish or pinkish markings. Geographical range: southwestern United States, Mexico, and Guatemala. Habitat: scrublands and deserts. Diet: rodents, small mammals, eggs of birds and reptiles. No. Of species: two most popular species: Gila monster and beaded lizard. Glass lizards. Interesting fact: these lizards don't have limbs and look a lot like snakes. The only things that identifies these reptiles as lizards is the shape of their head and the fact that they have movable eyelids and external ear openings. Anguidae family description: Anguidae family mostly have no limbs. They are slow moving and can be easily caught. They shed their tails to distract predators. Some species have the ability to climb trees. Geographical range: India, China, Indonesian islands, North Africa, southeastern United States. Habitat: wide range of habitat, desert, plains, forest, elk. Diet: slugs, hairless caterpillars, earthworms, young rodents, and small reptiles. No. Of species: 94. Most popular species: eastern glass lizard, slow worms, iguanas and spiny-tail iguanas. Interesting fact: average lifespan of an iguana in the wild is 20 years. However, it is much shorter in captivity. Since many owners do not have the appropriate knowledge to take care of iguanas. Iguanidae family description: green iguanas are one of the most popular reptile pets in the United States and are also among the largest lizards in the Americas, averaging around 6.5 feet to meters long and weighing about 11 pounds 5 kilograms. Geographical range: northern Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean islands, and southern Brazil. Habitat: arboreal and marine. Diet: leaves, flowers, fruit, growing shoots, and seaweed. No. Of species: disputed. 39. Recognized. Most popular species: green iguana. Knob-scaled lizards. Interesting fact: the Chinese crocodile lizard gets its name because of the rows of enlarged bony scales down its back and a muscular tail, like that of a crocodile. Xenocidae family description: these lizards have rounded, bumpy scales and live in a semi-aquatic habitat. They are excellent swimmers and usually hunt small fish and water insects. Many species are rare in the wild and are listed as vulnerable according to IUCN. Geographical range: Central America and China. Habitat: semi-aquatic and semi-arid scrub environment. Diet: fish, tadpoles, snails, insects. No. Of species: 7. Most popular species: Chinese crocodile lizard, legless lizards. Interesting fact: The lack of limbs compensates for the amazing hearing sense that these lizards have. They can hear tones higher than any other reptile, and they also have the ability to vocalize, emitting high-pitched squeak. Pigopardidae family description. Pigopods possess vestigial hind limbs in the form of small, flattened flaps. These flaps are used for defensive behavior and aids locomotion through vegetation. Most species are burrowing animals. Geographical range: Australia and New Guinea. Habitat: burrows, dense spinifex. Diet: insects, smaller lizards. No. Of species: 35 most popular species. Common scaly foot. Madagascar iguanids. Interesting fact: Madagascan iguanas have many features that are similar to normal iguanas. Studies show that DNA of the two families split some millions years back, making them two different species. Opluridae family description. Opluridae has 7 species under 2 genera. These lizards are found abundantly in Madagascar, the most famous species being collared iguana. Geographical range: Madagascar. Habitat: trees, rocks, sand dunes. Diet: insects, flowers, occasionally. No. Of species: 7 most popular species. Collared iguana. Komodo dragons. Interesting fact: Komodo dragons are the biggest and heaviest lizards on Earth. The largest Komodo dragon ever found was 10.3 feet, 3.1 meters long and weighed 366 pounds, 166 kilograms. Varnidae family description. This family has the largest living lizards. Monitor lizards have a diverse geographical range and are found in almost all terrains. Varnidae are large, with long necks, powerful tail and claws they use to tear flesh and dig burrows. Geographical range: Africa, South and Southeast Asia, Indo-Australian islands and Australia. Habitat: deserts, tropical rainforests, coastal areas. Mountains. Diet: carnivorous. No. Of species: 67 most popular species. Komodo dragon and monitor lizards. Neotropical ground lizards. Interesting fact: when fighting for a mate, these lizards stand high on all fours, usually sideways to their opponent to maximize their apparent size and bob up and down. Tropiduridae family description. Most lizards in this species are ground dwelling. The color, patterns and even the size of these lizards vary according to their environment. Geographical range: South America and the West Indies. Habitat: ground dwelling, yards and gardens. Diet: insects. No. Of species: 119 most popular species. Lava lizards. Night lizards. Interesting fact: night lizards give birth to 1-3 young ones at a time. The young lizards live with their mother, father and siblings for 1 year. However, these young lizards, roughly the size of a toothpick, are not dependent on the parents. Zenthusidae family description. Zenthusidae is a family of very small lizards, 4 cm to 12 cm long, that live under rocks, inside tree trunks, etc. All species in the family are viviparous, giving birth to live young. Night lizards have a flat head and body. Their eyes, like those of snakes, are covered by a transparent membrane. Geographical range: southwestern and central North America and Cuba. Habitat: rock crevices and damp logs. Diet: small insects, termites and plants. No. Of species: 23 most popular species. Desert night lizard. Plated lizards. Interesting fact: plated lizards make excellent pets as they are usually quite tame and docile. Being omnivorous, these lizards quickly adapt and are commonly traded in pet shops as exotic lizards. Gyrosauridae family description. Some species of the family have all 4 fully developed limbs and others with vestigial hind limbs only. The heavy coat of plate-like scales acts as an excellent armor, making them almost invulnerable to predators. Geographical range: Africa and Madagascar. Habitat: rocky crevices and sand dunes. Diet: live crickets, small amounts fruits and vegetables. No. Of species: 34 most popular species. Sudan plated lizard. Skinks. Interesting fact: it is a misconception that the blue-tongued skink is a venomous species of lizard. The deep blue tongue of the lizard contributes to this belief, but it is not true. Blue-tongued skink only displays its prominent blue tongue to intimidate potential enemies or when disturbed. Cincidae family description: Cincidae are the second most diverse family of lizards. After geckos, most species have elongated bodies, no pronounced neck, and their legs are relatively small. Some species have no limbs at all. Geographical range: Australia, central United States, and South Asia. Habitat: desert, mountains, grassland, and burrows. Diet: crickets, grasshoppers, beetles, caterpillars, and small rodents. No. Of species: 1200 most popular species. Eastern blue-tongued lizard. Spectacled lizards. Interesting fact: spectacled lizards can see with their eyes closed. These lizards are called spectacled because they have a transparent lower eyelids which are movable, unlike geckos. Gymnophthalmidae family description: spectacled lizards are generally small lizards, with most species having reduced limbs. However, mostly the hind limbs are reduced or absent rather than the forelimbs. In general, they look a lot like skinks. Geographical range: Central America and South America. Habitat: deserts, mountains, and rainforests. Diet: insects. No. Of species: 200 plus. Disputed: most popular species. Lipsoma rugiceps. Spiny-tail lizards. Interesting fact: the tropical girdled lizard is exported from Tanzania and Mozambique for the pet trade. With gentle handling and plenty of hiding places, they become excellent pets and can be trained to accept food from their owner's hand. Cordelidae family description: apart from the flattened heads and bodies, the most distinguishing feature of these lizards is the heavy armor of large, rectangular scales arranged in regular rows around the body and tail. Rings of spines are present on the tail in many species, which is used for defensive purposes. Geographical range: Southern and Eastern Africa. Habitat: crevices in rocky terrain, burrows, and tree trunks. Diet: insects. No. Of species: 71 most popular species. Tropical girdled lizard, tegus, and whiptails. Interesting fact: some species of whiptail lizards have all female or nearly all female populations. These lizards reproduce by parthenogenesis, process of asexual reproduction. Theidae family description: lizards in the Theidae family have distinguishing features like scales on the head and a forked, snake-like tongue. They all possess well-developed limbs. Geographical range: Northern and Central South America. Habitat: tropical forests. Diet: insects, fruits, seeds, various arthropods, small vertebrates, carrion, and eggs. No. Of species: 230 most popular species. Gold tegu, Argentine black and white tegu. True or wall lizards. Interesting fact: most species of wall lizards are sexually dimorphic, which means that males and females have different patterns. Lacertidae family description: Lacertidae has some of the most commonly seen lizards in the world. The family is diverse with hundreds of species. These lizards have slender body, long tail, and varied patterns and colors. They have large scales on the head, granular scales on the back, and rectangular ones at the bottom. Geographical range: Europe, Africa, and Asia. Habitat: diverse, forest, grassland, desert, rocky arid areas. Diet: insects, seeds. No. Of species: 200 plus most popular species. Italian wall lizard. Wood lizards. Clubtails wood lizards. Interesting fact. Wood lizards are quick and often hide in burrows and under logs and lead a very secretive life. This is one of the reasons why studies are not carried out on these lizards. Hoplocercidae family description. Lizards in this family are predominantly terrestrial. They forage the tropical forest for small insects. Most species have spiny tails, which they use to dig shallow retreats in the ground. Very limited studies have been done on this family of lizards. Geographical range: Central and South America. Habitat: tropical forests. Diet: worms, crickets, and other small insects. No. Of species: 10 most popular species. Dunn's spiny-tail lizard. Not all lizards are docile and human-friendly. Lizards that bite humans are very rare. Many lizards are suspicious and scared around humans. Except for the Komodo dragon, no lizard species is harmful to humans. Although the Gila monster and beaded monster are venomous, the venom is not fatal to humans.